Hey, hello everybody, welcome to the sound test room. Today we are going to take a look at setting up Fugue Machine to play external synths. So we're going to get it to play the Arturia MicroFreak and the modal Skulpt. Right, so what I'm going to show you is that each Fugue Machine is an AUV3, but as soon as you open her up as an AUV3, you get access to the 4 playheads in Fugue Machine. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 playheads per Fugue Machine, and each of these playheads can be sent, information can be sent to a different synth. So for instance, playhead number 1 here is going to be playing the MicroFreak. Playhead number 2 is going to be playing Skulpt. Playhead number 3 is going to be playing Sunriser, and playhead number 4 is going to be playing Pure Synth. And this Noir here is just going to be providing some sort of kind of rhythmical interest. Okay, so the thing to remember here is that at the moment, the audio from the MicroFreak and Skulpt is not going into the iPad. I am doing another big setup video where we put audio and MIDI and control everything, but I'll do that as a live stream. This one is specifically to show you how to set it up to control external hardware. Okay, so you'll notice here, this is a USB powered hub. You're going to need one of those if you've got external synths, more than one. Anyway, and you want them to be played by the iPad. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward, but I will show you how to set it up. Okay, so if we go into this little switch here next to the toaster, this is the routing system. So once you engage Fugue Machine, you'll see it comes up with 5 slots. This first slot here will play everything, so you don't need to send that anywhere. So number 1 is going to MicroFreak, and once we plug in our USB to our powered hub, our output from our powered hub here, the output part, which goes from here all around the back, that's going into the iPad here. Okay, so anything that goes into the powered hub, as long as the output from the powered hub is going into the lightning connector here, in this case I'm using USB 3 to supply power as well, but it will then be recognized by the iPad sort of thing, so you know. So the second Fugue Machine here is going all the way down to Skulpt synth. I don't know if you can actually see what's going on, but Skulpt synth is there, MicroFreak is there, and then you'll see that playhead number 3 here is going all the way down to Sunriser, and playhead number 4 is going all the way down to Pure Synth. Now, the thing is, when you set up AUM, okay, with USB hub controllers, you won't see it come up. I'm just going to have to show you. But listen, here's the thing. Let me play you the thing first, okay? So here's what we've got so far. So I'm going to turn the volume down on this and the volume down on that, and we're just going to start. Now this is Pure Synth. And that's been played by playhead 4. Now all the playheads are running at the moment, but you can switch them on and off. I've just got the volumes turned down. So here's playhead 3, and you can see here playhead 3, and you can see here playhead 4, and Noir is just playing a rhythm on its own. So let's turn the volume up for Skulpt, which has been played by playhead 2. And this has been played by playhead 1. Okay, so let's clear this session out, completely clear. It's completely gone now, so there's nothing there. I want to show you what happens when you first open the session and how to set it up. So here's the thing, right? We've got, like I said, I need to recap. We've got the USB output from the MicroFreak going into the powered hub. The USB output from modal Skulpt going into the USB hub. The main output from the USB powered hub, the powered hub is also plugged into the mains, obviously. The main output there with the USB on the back is going into the iPad, the camera connection kit. Now you'll see that if I do this and add an audio track, you can't add, like, it doesn't work like that. It won't show up. We can clear this completely out, clear. And if what we need to do is if we open up our routing connection here, you will see that Skulpt and MicroFreak are recognized. But how do you get them to be going places? Well, first of all, we need to open up the MIDI controller. In our case, we're going to use Skulpt. What you could use anything that will play MIDI, obviously, but we're going to use Fugue Machine. Okay, so we do this. We go to MIDI, and then we click on this little plus here, and we go to Audio Unit MIDI Processor. I can actually see it's the first one, so there's a little Fugue Machine icon there. But you can see here, I'll tell you why you can hear them as well, but let's open Fugue Machine. Now, for the purposes of this video, the output from this, the audio you're hearing from the Skulpt and the audio you're hearing from the MicroFreak are both going into my mixer, okay? And the output from the mixer is going into the output of the Cubasis, which is recording over there, for the output for the whole session sort of thing. So then also the output from the iPad, so you can hear Sunriser, etc., is going into the mixer as well. You wouldn't need this if you were just controlling the synths, okay? Because if you weren't wanting to output audio from the iPad, it wouldn't matter. The iPad would still play the synths, but you know, there you go. Okay, so what we want to do now is we can open this and you'll see there's nothing there. But if we go to our things, we can go like, say, I don't know. Let's choose any of the presets for Fugue to play. And then you'll see that at the moment, they had playhead 3 switch off and playhead 4 is running, but I'm only concerned with 1 and 2 for MicroFreak and Skulpt. So if we now open our routing here, you'll see that Fugue has now been recognized as a MIDI source, and we can send that anywhere we like. So playhead 1 here, we're going to switch this on. We're going to send that to MicroFreak. No, it needs charging. Playhead 1 we're going to send to the MicroFreak. So all we need to do is join it together in the matrix and you'll get the line. And then playhead 2 we're going to send to Skulpt. So we're going to do that. And that's it. That's all you need to do. So what will happen now is playhead 1 will play Skulpt and playhead 2 will play playhead 1 will play MicroFreak and playhead 2 will play Skulpt. So we can exit that now. And if we press play, and just watch my volumes, of course. If we press play now, well, you'll see that playhead 4 is running as well. Playhead 3 isn't, but we could switch that on. But you won't hear anything. So we could turn that one and that one off, and all you'd be hearing is MicroFreak and Skulpt. Or we could then choose another preset. So at this point you might think, well, I want something else in there. So you could, of course, plug another hardware synth in to your powered bus, or now you can use the actual synths inside inside your iPad as well. So let's open up something straightforward and quick here. Let's open up Mood, because it's always the first one, and it has a lovely sound. It's a lovely sound. Now, you might see here that we could, like, if I routed this to MicroFreak now, and no idea why we're not hearing anything there. It doesn't matter. Okay. Yep. Sorry about that quick cut there. Right. Anyway, so we're back. So what we can do now is we've got Mood open here, and we can send Mood to playhead 3. So remember our playhead 3 here. Okay. So let's do that now. Easy way to do this is, because Mood is an AUV3 and it sits there, you'll get the option to set it there instead of having to go into the routing, and you'll see that it's been, playhead 3 has now been routed to Mood for us. Or you could just go in there and do it like that. Now the cool thing to know about this is, at the moment you don't need to worry about MIDI channels per se, because Fugue is dealing with that, you know, playhead 1, 2, 3 and 4. So that's cool beans. So let's try that. Let's take playhead 3 up an octave. So you can select by hitting these little musical icons by the side of each of the playheads. You can choose to control different various things for that particular playhead. Well, that was a bit low, so let's take it up to -1 octave from what it was. And that's it basically. Then the rest of it, you can just set up your session as per normal. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward to get your iPad to control your hardware synths. But remember that when you do initially, like I said, if it's cleared, you can't add nothing here to do it these, because our audio, if we had the audio plugged in, if I had the audio plugged into the powered hub, then we could do it. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do, and I'll do that in a live stream, how to connect your synths up with the audio as well, so you can record audio and MIDI information at the same time. And also you can use the iPad effects to affect the synths as well, sort of thing, via straight through sort of thing. Anyway, that'll make more sense. But just remember that once you've plugged them into your powered hub and you go to your matrix, they will be there, and then you can put your MIDI controller in for exactly if you wanted to use Ortony, or you can do it with a Felion, although a Felion is an AUV3, you can still set it up to play external synths. Right, anyway guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope some of you found it useful and informative. And yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, please. Subscribe to the channel, or please consider becoming a patron from as little as $1 a month to help support what we do here at the Sound Test Room. And I will see you guys later. Ta-ta.